Hello everyone, Adam here from 3 Cut Radio, and I've got Mum again.
Hey, hello.
Hey, got Mum. She's repping RPD, and I'm repping who's this? Venice.
RPD.
Venice. Yeah, I'm not gonna rest his top on.
Always going to rest this couple.
It's nice and nice,
It's
nice and
This is nice.
drafty. Yeah, it's nice and cool. Today we're doing another tier list. And it is wrestlers' theme songs.
Yay.
Wrestlers' theme songs. I've I've run my mum through the ones that she wasn't too certain of, and there was which is a small one, only a few. But yeah, it looks like a good array of songs. What do you think?
Decent. Looking forward to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Some of my favourites on there as well, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I can actually concur with that
Mhm.
very much. So let's get kicking. First off, Batista, I Walk Alone. Absolutely awesome theme. It's the machine guns, which I can't do justice. The second doing Rick Astley. Absolutely awful comparison to the Batista.
It is. Shoot you down.
Yeah,
We'll
probably.
be impressed at all.
I thought that would laugh. It's a big dude, so I don't want to test it. Where would you put it? Of course, sorry, we've got do apologise, we've got from bottom to top, absolute tosh, bleh, decent, great, iconic.
I don't think there are going to be many in absolute tosh or blur tonight.
I think we've got quite a positive one,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah. I love Batista. I think some of these you've got to be there and hear it in the atmosphere. Others you can
Yeah.
have on your Spotify and listen to all the time. This one's brilliant. I love all the guns and the noise and the lights and everything. It's not fantastic to listen to if you're not in the atmosphere or you're not watching the whole, in the show. You won't agree. I'd probably put it as decent. You'd probably disagree with that.
I would argue at great.
Okay.
I'd argue at great. I think a couple of these we might disagree on, which I'm okay with. I'd argue at great because our two opinions, but
Yeah.
a lot of people love this. It's one of the bigger themes in pro wrestling, which is saying something when you think about some of the wrestlers that have been in pro wrestling. But I'd argue at great, but it's down to I'll leave this one down to you.
Thanks.
The opening one. Why not? I can see the next one being a bit contentious too. So
I'm going to stick with decent for now.
okay. Hot take right off the bat. Hot take, Barker.
Of course. Who's this one? I can't see that far. I don't know where the glasses tonight, so I can't see that far. So. Oh.
It's My Time Is Now, John Cena.
Oh.
This is a difficult one.
It is.
It's tough because he's so iconic for the last 15, 20 years. Like he's been the linchpin, like the guy. And he's so iconic.
I just see him coming out of those long shorts and stupid top. I think, for God's sake, man, you're 40 odd years old.
He knows how to market.
He knows how to wind people up.
That too, but he knows how to market.
Oh God, I suppose it's gonna have to go in great, but I don't like it. But everybody loves it, so you can't knock it.
I don't think it's a weird one. It's a weird one.
He's a weird
It's
one.
a weird one. This one. This is difficult.
He's such a nice person.
I think it's difficult because it's a hard one to look at and think this can't go in iconic because of who it is.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at the theme, just the theme as it is, I'd say
That's it.
I think that'd be harsh.
It would be harsh.
It's gotta go on great.
What could have been great?
It's gotta go with at least. I
great.
can't put him in decent. Can't put two in decent right off the bat. Edge, Metalingus is current theme. On You Think You Know Me. I did.
There's got to be an outline, hasn't there?
It has to.
It has.
It has to. It's just got to.
Just as soon as you hear that and you hear the crowd and
You
see you
Think You
break
Know
down
Me.
when he turned up with Royal Rumble, oh, it's just, you don't even have to hear the song. And to hear it, it's just amazing. Yeah, it's a great song.
Greatest of all time, in my opinion, Edge. I think I've got a record before on saying it, but I forgot I've got on record before. I'll go on record and say it again. Greatest of all time. I will argue that you can't really. I'll contradict my point in saying you can't really have a greatest of all time because there are so many different eras. It's been going on for 40, 50, 60 years. Each generation will have a favourite. But he's my favourite of all time. Edge. By a mile. Country Mile Edge. And
definitely.
his themes.
Definitely.
I don't know if he's ever had a bad theme. It's the one where You Think You Know Me keeps repeating is iffy, but I still like that. I still like it. So his current theme is Metalingus. Yeah. Iconic all the way.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Long may he continue, but I don't think he's got much longer now, is he really?
He's
Has he retired yet, or is it coming up?
he's not signed a new contract. They've offered. I think they're in a bit of it's back and forth. I'm not 100% certain, but
And not let you know. They've dropped you a line. From Adam. Just
From
let
Adam,
you know.
yeah.
From Adam, just let you know.
Adam. He's great. Absolutely phenomenal.
It's somebody I never liked when I was younger. I wasn't keen.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely
I hated him.
You didn't like him at first. You couldn't stand him.
And then I watched his documentary and it changed everything for me.
That changed a lot for me. And how he is with dogs.
Yeah. What a human being
he is. He's brilliant. I'm better.
And better.
Yeah, I'm better. Not Aunt Bessie. I'm better.
Aunt Betty.
Yeah.
She is a mum.
Yeah, it's a proper mum. Yeah. Oh, he's yeah, I'm in tears when I watch his documentaries. He's brilliant.
He's awesome.
See what he's been through and he just carries on. And when he'd had the back injury, and training him and having all these people coming in, his close friends training him and getting back up there, and brilliant story. But it's a cracking song. It just says everything.
Alter Bridge, amazing. He's got the absolutely stunning voice. And Edge started off Judgment Day because their theme is Alter Bridge.
Yeah.
So you just know Edge started Judgment Day because of the theme. Yeah. And it's another beauty because Alter Bridge are an amazing band. Wonderful band. Next up's Kane. It's a difficult one, this, because which one are we going to choose? Now, I'm going to go with most of them. I'm going to go with most notable song, most notable entrance theme, things like that. We'll see where we are with each one. Kane, I'm gonna go with his first ever theme because I think that's his best one.
Terrified.
That first ever theme, Slow Chemical. That was also a beauty when he was unmasked and bald. But he's gotta go with his original, the debut, the mask, everything that went with it. Paul Bearer coming out with him.
Oh god.
You
can't
pyro. It's gone down in history as one of the greatest debuts of all time, and his theme. A theme can make or break someone in my eyes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
An entrance theme, really, if you have a really dark, brooding gimmick and you come out to Never Gonna Give You Up, it ain't gonna work, is it? It has to work.
Yeah. Oh. That again.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work.
It did the job straight away with everything with that theme. It's
iconic?
Definitely iconic. Yeah.
So we'll grab a few up there.
And just having Paul Bearer with him and all. That was
Okay. Oh, what an absolute hero he was. My lord. The longevity he had, the longevity that LA Knight has had, that they were on the Indies, that he managed LA Knight as well as The Undertaker and Kane.
Frightening, isn't it?
It's insane, isn't it?
Unbelievable. It shows you how long LA Knight's been going.
LA Knight, oh my god. Another one with a banging theme. Awesome theme, which you can barely hear when you're watching.
Get the fans to sing it for him, doesn't he? He doesn't have to, just you've got the crowd. When you get them, you only have to do L8 and then everybody starts off.
Yeah.
You've been practicing that for weeks. You've got it nearly down to a T.
I don't think so. I'll let you guys judge that one. I'll let you guys judge that one.
Just don't phone me up in work and come out with that one. They got a little loopy.
Yeah. Yeah, Kane. Ultimate iconic straight up.
Definitely.
Next up, the Generation X, and this is interesting because it's the theme song of one of the greatest factions of all time, depending on where you were watching, because when you were watching it was the diluted version in the 2000s.
Yeah.
When a lot of other people were watching it was, well, DX. With the New Age Outlaws, Shawn Michaels, Triple H X-Pac, China,
yeah.
And they were absolute peasants, but that was the gimmick.
Yeah.
The degenerates, it's in the name, D-Generation X, they were degenerates. But the theme's interesting. It works perfectly with the entrance. I've got 2 words for you. There you go. The entrance the music's phenomenal. I think it's great. What would you want about it?
I would put it as great.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is awesome. Just stay retired.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, if you keep doing that and coming back, it's so. Hello, Bonnie. It sort of spoils it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Our pro wrestling retirement is never a true retirement.
Yeah. Not like any other job.
Next up is the Shield.
The money.
That's the money there. Yeah, true.
And
the bug.
Yeah, exactly. The Shield. Oh well.
Oh.
Dean Ambrose, isn't it? I'm gonna go straight for Iconic because of him. You don't agree?
It's difficult. It's been ruined by them not taking it away from Roman.
I think, yeah, exactly.
He's up in this list soon. Quite a bit away. So you'd have forgotten me mentioning him by now. But
I'd probably put it as great. It was a hard one because they went on and took other things, did other music, carried on with their thing. Roman carried on with that.
He kind of got like a heavier version of it with everything, and it was weird.
It carried on. At least great.
At least easy. They are one of the greatest factions of all time. Without a shadow of a doubt, one of the greatest factions of all time. One of the greatest of a generation. But of course, you've got the likes of Usos and New Day, which are very much contenders. You know what I mean? It's and then the Bloodline. There's so many. It's so tough. But I loved
as well.
I loved the entrance to the crowd.
Yeah. It's great seeing that live in Manchester.
I put that as great for now, because it is they are one of the best factions of all time, even like of a generation or of all time, and the music fit absolutely perfect with them. They were a brotherhood up until the end when Seth turned on him, and my mum still tries to find a reason to hate Seth, but he's making it so difficult.
It is making it difficult to follow. It's still there deep down, but it just does something every time he comes on. I'm thinking, don't do that because I don't want to like you.
Yeah,
you can't not.
Yeah.
Him and Roman. I don't see Moxley now because I don't really watch AEW. Should do more.
Yeah.
I started watching it, but it's just like it's time wise. But I just want to carry on watching. I just don't want to see many cuts. That's what puts me off watching.
I don't know how
Is it like
people
the
watch
hardcore stuff?
WWE and AEW. Like, it's time wise for me, and it's difficult. It is genuinely difficult. But yeah, I'd love to be able to keep up with things like that, and the fact that they
With Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, there's all sorts of stuff there.
yeah, there's
to
a
watch,
lot in
there?
AEW to
Yeah,
watch.
that I would love to be able to watch.
Soraya, Ruby, Tony Storm, Britt Baker, all of that.
Oh, Adam Cole. Forgot about me, mate.
MJF.
Oh,
And
Oh, yeah, MJF,
AEW's got a
okay.
phenomenal
Yeah,
roster. That's
yeah.
got an absolutely phenomenal
I
roster.
might try and get into it.
Yeah.
It looked like they had a fantastic time at the weekend. That looked amazing, that.
It
Just
did,
watching,
yeah.
thinking,
Yeah, we weren't able to catch it, but I think we are going to try and stream it at some point
Yeah.
because it looked phenomenal. From what we've heard, it looked awesome.
Oh, Lucy, all our friends had a fantastic time there. It's brilliant to see that.
Yeah, it's a number of people we knew.
So, no.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. The person who I'm doing the podcast with, I'm not gonna say, even though this won't go up.
Wait,
I don't know. I've delayed it by a day because he went to watch AEW All In and being a good Samaritan. Yeah, exactly.
Very tired.
Very tired indeed. Anyway, Rey Mysterio.
You like a bit of Ray, don't you?
I love
Ray?
Rey Mysterio. He paid tribute to Rey by doing a senton when
Oh, wow.
Grayson Waller was down, doing a
Oh.
senton to him.
Yeah, he's got to go iconic, hasn't he? Just, you've always, he was, I think him and Eddie were the first two that you loved. I think you've always liked Ray. Loved Ray.
Ray is
Your
Ray's
masks and everything,
iconic.
Photos and your pictures everywhere.
When
you were
when you
younger.
say iconic, Ray's up there, and his music is so good. It
We'll be
fits
sitting
him
here in
so
10 years'
well.
time and he'll still be wrestling. It's just, and it's got better with age, honestly.
Yeah.
He's frightening.
It's insane how
honest to God.
he's adapted and evolved
He has.
for the business
He's amazing.
and evolved for his knees because he's the amount of surgeries. Oh my God, would have killed, not killed, but stopped the career of a lesser man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Loves
people
what he
who've
does.
stopped careers due to injuries like him, and it helps that he's a smaller guy, but to counter that, it's the thingy, it's the style he has that makes it so impressive.
Water tonight.
Water.
Water.
You were on alcohol last time. I'm on it this time.
Yeah, but I'm on call, so
You're on
I'm
call,
being a good girl.
Ah.
I drink water tonight.
Yeah,
yeah,
iconic.
But yeah, definitely.
Hulk Hogan's theme. If there's one thing I can say about it, it sticks in your bloody head. I am a real American. Right
I think that'd be the first
every
one to
man.
go in Blur.
I'm a real
We just practicing them with Paul last week. When you go next time, I'm going to be practicing. Yeah, Blur. Yeah.
You going Blur?
Yeah. I'm being good. I'm going to put absolute toss, but I'm going to be good.
It's catchy as hell, but I hate it at the same time.
I know, but I'm going to go to bed singing that.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's the
the annoying thing about it. A couple of these are like that. They get in your head.
I'll stick it in Blur because
Really?
it's also Hulk Hogan, so Sodom.
Yeah.
He's one of a few pricks in this.
He said that.
I just did. Ric Flair.
I don't really.
You don't really know much of him, do you?
I don't. But I know his music. I know the song, and it's just you hear that, and think something amazing is going to happen. I don't know what he was like as a wrestler because I didn't really watch them, but
he had
it was for the Horseman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see that.
Way back when, I forget the date. He was a heavyweight, he was a proper heavyweight. He was huge.
All right.
Proper jacked. And he was in a plane crash. Hogan should have died,
Maybe tell me about this.
survived, and had to completely change his wrestling style. I bet you any money they were told you shouldn't even be doing this anyway. Full stop. But being Ric Flair is like, yeah, Sodja. He had to completely change his style and went on to be a 16 plus time. I think he's won the title more than 16 times. I think. Um, yeah, I'm around 16-time world champion, and his theme it it's grand. You know what I mean? His theme's grand, and it's one of those things where you sat there like when a certain wrestler's music hits, it makes you feel something in here.
Yeah.
That makes you feel something.
I listened to it, reminds me of Elvis, because he used to have a similar thing. When he was coming on, he thinks something brilliant's going to happen.
It has to go iconic.
It has.
It does. It has to go iconic. But it hits the core, that theme.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels. Get this one out of the way.
Shut up, yeah.
Get that one out of the way now, shall we? It's so good. It's so good.
And he sings it himself.
It's
There's nothing I don't like about Shawn Michaels. Oh,
two halves of a Shawn Michaels.
I know.
Two halves. But when
I
you
just
think
think
about
it's
him
better.
purely in the ring, even though it made its way to the ring a lot of the time too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how good it is. Legend. Absolute legend. I wish he didn't return because, oh my lord, he had a legacy. He has a legacy. And his theme, other than DX, don't think it changed. I'm not too certain. He was with Marty Jannetty with the Rockers, so that would have been a different theme. But for as long as I've known him, it's been his theme, and it's just awesome. Iconic. Purely iconic.
Definitely.
The Game, Triple H, Motorhead. I am the game.
Oh, I know what it is.
This is the game, and they do the game it.
Didn't he have another one?
He had My Time in the Attitude Era,
Like
which is my favourite theme song of all time, My Time.
I'd soon have the other one, but I like this. You know who it is as soon as it comes on. But I prefer the other one.
What I like about it is the riff right at the start, because different themes, like with Kane, you've got the pyro.
Yeah.
With
then you've got the spit.
Who's that? Oh yeah.
Right, spit in the wall. I don't know who does that.
How do I? It's impressive. But like, certain with Brock Lesnar, you've got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with certain wrestlers, it's the opening sting of a theme. With Undertaker, you've got the gong.
Yeah.
It just hits you.
I don't think many people hear much after that. Because as soon as that comes on, they're screaming that much, you can't hear the song, can you? Because the fans.
He also had.
That's it.
He also had King of Kings.
Yeah.
Behold the King. The King of Kings, also Motorhead.
Yeah. Who's the Lemmy? Best mates with Lemmy, wasn't it?
On your knees, dog.
Gonna have to.
You're taken out of the equation on that one. It's gonna be a generous this. I think it's gonna be a generous tier.
It's got to be a nice one, apart from Hulk.
It's only Hulk. No, you racist Bennett. Yeah, I can say Bennett on there. I think it's mostly an English thing, and they don't know. Undertaker. You hear the gong. I have been there live as a child when Undertaker's made his entrance. I was terrified. All the way up. Oh my lord, what I had anyway. Well, they were up.
I think when he retired as well, I think just hearing that one last time.
Undertaker will forever go down as the greatest character of all time in my eyes, character-wise, because you get a lot of wrestlers. You got your wrestlers like your John Cena, your Shawn Michaels, the Shield, Batista, Hogan.
Well, they're wrestlers, but
He's a gimmick. He's a character.
He's like Bray. He's worked and moved and so many different times and different.
The
He's worked with moved with the times, hasn't he? He's has so many different gimmicks.
some better than others,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna bat 1,000 every single time.
No, I think he's brilliant. I love him. And we've watched his thing as well, his documentary.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
the tears.
Anybody gets a chance, you want to watch that.
Oh my God, the
It's
tears.
brilliant.
Seeing him vulnerable is it.
You see the man from the character, then, don't you? Yeah, you see Mark Calloway.
You don't.
It's not.
It's not nice watching, but it's essential watching, I think, as well. But you seeing a man like in his match against Roman, his match against Goldberg, seeing a man crumble and kind of become a parody of himself, which is what he said he never wanted to become. But if you look at his legacy of what he left behind, oh my Lord, he's the greatest gimmick of all time, in my opinion.
One thing that AJ Styles wanted, he just wanted to wrestle with, and
he was his final match, if you can call it that anyway. But yeah, it was cinematic, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
The Boneyard match. That was awesome.
He was buried alive, and then he came back.
His finger,
his hand,
his glove just all like that. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a brilliant match.
And Undertaker just said, "Yeah, see you, mate."
Yeah.
Buggered off.
On his bike, he rolled off, didn't he?
My favourite iteration of Undertaker is Ministry of Darkness, and that theme also is iconic as well in its own right. So yeah, no matter what, Undertaker.
He's one of those. He's given. There's so many people who've watched it, and everybody will have a point of who they like best, which era they liked, and it's good that he's given them a variety to choose from. It's very kind of him.
Biker Taker is that one has a bit of a wobble. People have their opinions on it, but yeah, I like the Dark and Macabre, so yeah. It's for me. Pun?
You're a weird one.
Yep.
Don't know where you get that from. It's certainly that way.
Right. Yeah, sure. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, you don't hear much of it.
No.
That's another one. The crowd just go absolutely
That's all you hear. Because I had to listen to it, didn't I? Because I said I didn't know. Because as soon as and I'm not over keen on the song itself, but it's just the opening and what it does for people. Because as I say, you don't hear the song because they're too busy screaming.
You've gotta, when you're thinking about themes, you do kind of have to put an entrance. Like, you think about the entrance with it.
Yeah.
Because an entrance and a theme, I think, it comes with a package.
Together,
Like some entrance themes don't really hit that much. Some of them are, as we say, iconic.
Yeah. Have we got enough room to put all these in iconic?
We'll find out.
It's all there, isn't it? I don't like the song myself, but
you don't like it?
Not really.
Where would you personally put it?
Do you really want to know?
You put it decent, wouldn't you?
At most for me, but that.
Damn. Should we meet in the middle and put great?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I would not.
You wouldn't put it
in my lifetime put it anywhere any lower than that.
Oh no, okay. Yeah, that's decent. I mean, but other people will think it's
that is my. That I do. But that's my cut off.
People are gonna hate me again, but it's just situation normal. I'm used to it.
Standard.
It's just one of those things. You hear. If you smell what the Rock's cooking, that's
if you can spell what the Rock is cooking.
Smell. If you can smell what the Rock's cooking or whatever he says, and that's it.
STEAK. Oh Lord. That was a point of contention with that one. Oof. I mean, I think with a lot of people, Hulk Hogan's gonna be a bit of a weird one.
I don't care.
But
no, I'm not bothered about it. I think I can understand more with. But I mean, everybody that you talk to, anybody in any era, and they'll talk about wrestlers, name wrestler, and they'll all say Hulk Hogan.
Oh, it's one of the greatest of all time.
You're making me feel guilty now.
Oh no, I don't like him. I don't like him. I think, as you say, he's a racist villain. So yeah, there's that. To have him return with Titus O'Neil as well was just.
I just
Well,
like
yeah.
the fact that he called the shots and he wasn't.
Well, he's not a good man.
No, it
He's
won't
not a good man, and
give
I
it
think his
anything.
theme is crap. It's just catchy.
Mm.
Vince McMahon. What are we thinking with that one? Oh God,
Yeah.
I
It-
love it. you,
He's
you,
so bloody arrogant, isn't he? You know,
I love it.
I know. And you think, what a horrible man, but look at all these people he's made them all,
Mhm.
you know. It's got to go iconic, can it really?
Yeah, he does. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. It is. It's Vince McMahon's music. I absolutely just love it. It's so you
He's so
barely know
wobbly
what
now.
it's saying half the time, and
Trying to
his
catch the
walk,
words tonight. I was
his
listening to it.
walk. Oh,
It's
he
something else.
makes. He tries his absolute hardest with that walk to make himself look like the biggest bell end in the world, and it
It
works so
works.
well.
I don't think he has to try very hard to be honest.
No.
And he's probably a very, very nice person. I'm
And
sure Linda loves
probably
him.
with all the accusations and all that, I don't know,
Mm,
but possibly
yeah.
with all the wrestlers, with most of the wrestlers that enjoy WWE, you hear a lot of nice words
Mm.
about him. You do, but yeah, he's a bit of a dicey subject. Uh, but yeah, his theme's just awesome, and in 2005 when Cena and Batista cocked up the ending when they simultaneously hit the ground, and I mean
Yeah.
at the same time, you could never replicate it.
No.
You couldn't if you tried. And he comes bumbling down, as Edge says, there's pompadour going everywhere, and he turns both quads trying to get into the ring.
Yeah. We
And
were watching that the other
apparently,
week, weren't we?
according to Edge on Inside the Ropes, backstage they were like, "You need to leave. Clear it. Do you want to leave now?" And apparently he refused help and walked
Look back out, didn't
back to the car to go to the hospital with two torn quads. I dislocated my knee about 10 times. The first time I did it, I was in the dining room crying. My brother's 21st birthday. I was in absolute agony.
He's just a beast of a man,
Oh,
isn't
he's
he?
insane. He's not right.
He's mega,
It's
mega
agonizing.
fit.
It's
Yeah. He's still angry
agonizing.
that it didn't go right. He forgot about the
I
He
think a
probably
lot of it
planned
was
to go to the
momentum.
hospital.
I
Yeah.
think a lot of it was not momentum, adrenaline. That's
Adrenaline.
it, adrenaline. I think a lot of it was adrenaline because he's a psychopath of a man. He's
Turns out,
not
"Ooh."
right. He's not right. He's not a normal human being. That much is very true. He's in the gym for about 5 hours at 3 a.m. in the morning. The absolute mental case.
That's why he's got the body he's got.
Yeah, true, true.
At 70 odd years old, it's not bad going.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane. I don't think he's gonna die.
No,
I
put him on ice.
I think
Bring it back from future
I
generation.
think him and Ric Flair. I think him and Ric Flair. They were
They're destined to go on forever, aren't
genetically
they?
created in a lab somewhere.
Yeah, John Cena's a younger version. Did him as well because he's
Yeah, he's a genetic freak as well.
in the nicest possible way.
Yeah, that's a possible way. Yeah. Anyway, next up, his son-in-law.
His son.
What was it? He said. Oh, he said something really gross, and Shane just looks and goes, "Oh, the product of my semen, my son Shane." And Shane just looks like, "What the fuck are you on about? The product of my semen? Oh my lord." Oh, that's probably getting this video taken down, but oh well, it was a good ride while it lasted.
That's what he said, though, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not going to say it again. Shane's
personally-
music.
I love Shane. I know you
Um,
don't, but I think he's brilliant.
he's a sweaty thumb.
I don't.
He looks like he's
does
done in.
sweat a lot.
He looks like he's done an hour on a treadmill when he gets to the ring. He's a sweaty thumb.
Oh,
His dad fired him after the one of the Royal Rumbles because he wanted to make it all about him. His dad fired his own son. That's how cutthroat he is. I'm.
I just like him. I love when he comes in the ring. As soon as here is the he comes in. You got to think about that, yeah.
Dear me. Oh, watching Shawn Michaels impersonate him remind me of that. I'm going to show you that again. Oh, it's hilarious. That's hilarious. I know it's like the watered down version of DX, but oh my god, it's so funny. It's so funny that bit. Just watching Shawn go absolutely boo. It's amazing. It's a difficult one between iconic or great with me. I
I
think
put it on
great.
great.
I think
Yeah.
great. I don't think
Oh,
it's quite on the level of his daddy.
I just think he's brilliant. I think he's bloody mad. He really is.
Oh, he's a
But
psychopath.
he is.
He's
He's
absolutely
just
insane.
mental in the ring, but I do like him.
Like, he doesn't have to do half the stuff he does. He does
No.
not have to jump off 20, 30 foot
Oh,
structures.
not at the age he is.
No,
It
he
frightens
just
me
doesn't
when he
need to
does
do it.
No.
And he misses the person anyway half the time.
It's just as well, really. I think.
It's like that Survivor Series. Remember when he went to the coast to coast and Roman speared him?
Yeah.
He was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, glazed.
Yeah.
Mega concussion.
Yes.
And Randy Orton, Randy Orton, that is, you could see him rating against the barricade talking to Shane's kids, telling him he's alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how great of a person
Yeah.
Randall
Yeah.
Keith Orton is.
Remember that.
AJ Styles. Now, I've gone on record and also said one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He's a generational talent. AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels is one of the biggest dream matches that never ever happened and never will happen, and it will forever go down as one of the biggest dream matches ever.
Mm.
I think it's got a great theme.
I just don't like the fact
I
that
just
it's
don't know
got,
if it compares to the others.
it's got a double negative. How can you
Nah.
not have none?
I
It's not very good English, is it?
know, but if it went, they don't want any, it doesn't necessarily
No,
have the right
we
effect, does
don't.
it?
We don't want none.
They don't
does-
want one. None.
It-
They don't want none. These opponents.
They don't want none. They don't want whatever, but it's still double negative.
I know, but
Oh,
say just Styles so we can let it leave.
oh, I like anything with him. I love him. It's one of those songs. I've got it on. Bless you. All right. Always in twos, never in ones. All right.
Good with that.
Just the
Oh,
water.
I'm good. I might have to get cut.
all
Oh god, that's gonna burst some eardrums. I might have to cut that bit.
right.
Oh.
What I was saying. Completely confused there.
I'm sorry for sneezing.
It's all
I
right.
sincerely apologise.
Oh yeah, I was saying I've got his music on my Spotify. Just got a lot of
I've
wrestler
totally
music.
forgotten how it actually starts now.
Oh, I'm not singing it. I love it. No, I don't love it. Sorry, I'm contradicting myself here. I love the fact that it's AJ Styles.
It suits him.
It suits him, and I love the song when he's coming out because I get a bit excited because I love AJ Styles. But when you've got it on a Spotify and you're not seeing him, it's not the same.
It's not fantastic when you just
But
listen.
no,
It doesn't make
but
good
quite a
listening.
few, and I keep going. I said to you before, didn't I? Because one of those I keep going to delete, but I think, nah, it's AJ Styles. Yeah.
He's phenomenal. He is, yeah, he is. He truly is.
Oh, it is.
He's
Brilliant.
once in a generation talent.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
But it's great.
I'd put the theme is great. Yeah, it is up there. It's definitely
It's great. It's
it
iconic.
fits him.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. It fits the character. So yeah, I like his theme. I've always liked his theme. I've never really had a big issue with his theme. I've never looked at AJ and thought he needs to change his theme.
No.
Because it's always fitted him quite well, which I think is what you need.
He just needs to stay as he is because perfect for me. I love him. I think he's really
Can't
good.
argue.
Yeah.
Can't argue.
And I know he's one of your favourites as well, isn't he?
Oh, always. Always. No matter what, you do anything. Still be phenomenal.
Mm.
Christian. And I'm going with the female singer, alright?
Yeah, I like that one.
Female singers, a better one.
I like that one better.
I love that theme. I think he's criminally underutilized in WWE. He was
He's at
criminally
AEW
underutilized.
now, isn't he? Doing really well there.
Looks like he's doing very
He's
well there.
doing-
Yeah.
Well, I saw photos of him the other day. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really. It's trimmed. It's not that it was big in the first place, but he's jacked now. You know, he's
He
not-
looks.
not
He looks
big,
like he's
but
got a great body on
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He looks healthy.
He does look healthy.
I'm really happy for him because there was a point in time where he was made of paper, severe concussions and everything. One of the things that stopped him from wrestling for a long time.
So I went to AEW. You know, like it was the softest place in the world. Not.
Well, he did retire. He did
Mm.
step back from wrestling for a while until he went to AEW. There were a lot of I think if I'm not mistaken it was concussions, and they can if multiple concussions we've not gonna bring the person up,
Yeah.
but we've seen what it can do.
Yeah, exactly.
But he looks in great nick now, and I couldn't be happy for the guy because he's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Edge and Christian were genuinely hilarious. No matter where they went, they had something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're goofy.
Oh yeah, but then they could be serious. They could turn it straight away. They knew the psychology of those two. The ring psychology is
Yeah, but they've known
ridiculous.
each other since they were babies. They've grown up together, haven't they? Best mates all life. So
Yeah.
if you don't know your best mate and be able to work,
I
that,
mean, like ring
no,
psychology.
it's the same, but they'll have they've grown up, they've wrestled together all their lives, haven't they? So they'll have learnt from each other and fed from each other. It's made it work for them. Edge
Brilliant.
more than Christian, but Christian's doing really well at the moment.
That's great.
But
Absolutely brilliant.
I put his song, his theme song in great.
I'm happy with that.
As I said, listen to them both earlier. You were surprised I like the same version as you.
I thought you'd like
Yeah.
the male one.
Yeah, I like that because I prefer male singers to female, generally for something like this. But it worked for him, and I liked it. It shocked you when I woke you up.
It did.
When you came round.
It did, yeah. It shot me a lot, and I'm
Yeah.
really happy with that because he deserves his props.
Yeah.
He deserves his props. I really like that. Good. Now you've got Jeff Hardy. And this will be no more words because he's not with the Hardy Boys in this picture. This specific picture here isn't with the Hardy Boys. So, yeah, it'll be no more words. And I think it's decent.
Decent.
It's all right.
Yeah. It's not the
It
same
doesn't-
bump as the other one, but
It doesn't define a generation. You don't. I personally, he was WWE champion, I believe, with this theme. He faced Umaga, I believe, with this theme and won. So there's memorable moments with this theme, but it doesn't hit.
no, it doesn't.
Like,
Not
there's,
they
there's quite a build, and it's and then it drops, and it's like whereas with the Hardy Boys,
Oh, it's brilliant, that one.
the Hardy Boys, it was instant momentum like that, and this one, decent.
Yeah, the most.
Decent. I'll put decent. I'll give him his props. Because I did love it as a child, but listening back now, it's alright. It's decent. Won't put it in there, but I will. I'll say it's decent. I mean, The Miz. Hot take. One of the best heels alive today.
Oh, brilliant.
One of the best heels alive today, and B, in my opinion, again, it's a generational thing probably, but the greatest intercontinental champion of all time, in my opinion.
And one of the best on the mic.
Come at me. Come at me.
It's Mike.
His mic skills are phenomenal.
Oh, Mike's good on the mic.
He's absolutely phenomenal. He's so good. He's so good.
And he can wrestle.
Yeah.
Because a chicken shit heel, and he always gets somebody else to do the work. But when he's actually left to wrestle, he's a decent wrestler.
He can
He
wrestle.
is, yeah.
He's just safe,
Yeah.
which a lot of people criticize him for, and I don't know why. Because I
He's
don't
got
think that's
two
bad.
children, and there's
I don't
nothing
think
wrong
it's a
with
bad
that.
thing to be a safe
No.
wrestler as long as you're telling a story inside the ring.
Oh, he can
I
tell a
don't care.
story. Good grief.
Mhm.
definitely.
Okay, safe or not, as long as you tell a good story. I think he can. I think for a lot of the time he can be used as comedy fodder,
Oh yeah,
which I think is a shame because yeah, he's a two-time
he's
WWE
got more
champion,
to
but I
offer than
think
that,
that
hasn't he?
second WWE title reign could have been a lot more. It was like a day. I think it could have been a lot more. And his theme fits him absolutely perfectly.
Iconic. We always say great.
Oh, so
Love
I
to hear
came to
me.
play. It's a price to pay. Everyone get on your knees. I came to play. I'll put it in great.
Great. Yeah,
I'll
I'm
put it
happy
in
with that.
great.
I'm happy with that.
Mickey Foley, Saint Mick, one of the greatest of all time.
Iconic.
Been saying that for quite a lot. Straight iconic.
Yeah.
Da-na-na,
That's another one. You hear it, you just know he's going to come. Well, they won't come hobbling down now because he's got a new hip. But he could walk in down. He's been hobbling for the longest of times, but now he's got his new hip. He's walking, toddling down.
I don't know when he was watching the recapping the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker. It took him a while to get out of that chair. Taker scores. I
Stick it up a
can't.
bit.
Taker's behind you, so I got the drop on him. I got the drop on him. Putting any money I had to get there by the time he gets up.
He's another one who's amazing.
Put his body on the line for the business.
Yeah. And some of the things that horrible man next to him said. Vince. Yeah, but he can come back and wear a mask. He was a bonny looking man when he was younger.
He's a nice looking guy when he was younger, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
nothing wrong
he's a
with
nice looking guy now. I like him. I think he's a good looking man.
Who'd say that was worse? I mean, I could
Yeah,
understand
there's
it.
Vince.
Well, yeah, I could understand it to Kane to put a mask on because, but I mean, he was a nice looking man. But I thought, what a horrible person. But look at him, he's done so well. It's just, oh, bless him. He's lovely.
Covering up his face. Oh, you can tell a story.
Yeah.
Oh, Mick can tell a story. Oh my god. He's so funny.
No, spent hours watching things him tell stories. I could be there all night.
Oh, yeah, I could listen to him tell stories all night.
Tells a cracking tale.
Yeah. Mick Foley is
You're
truly
there
a hero.
with him, aren't
Yeah.
you? He's telling the story and you're actually in the room and you feel that you're part of it.
Yeah.
He's just so...
He's just got that magic. He's got
It's
that
inclusive,
magic.
isn't it? So everybody feels
It's so nice.
like you're his best mate.
It's so nice. You seldom hear him swear.
Yeah.
Like, and I personally don't care about swearing personally, but it just went.
It's nice that they can have conversation and vocabulary without it.
Yeah, he's just a nice man.
Says me.
He's such a nice man,
Mm.
and his theme's great. The car crash at the start,
Oh.
and like just the riff. It's so cool. I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's an iconic theme. As soon as you hear that car crash, you know it's Mick Foley straight away. Straight away. And you know you're in for a good time because Mick Foley's there. Straight away. Santino Marella. Interesting addition to this. And I was playing this for you earlier. You didn't want me to turn it off.
I love it. I mean, I don't remember. I do know bits about him and coming out dressed as a woman and all that. Like, I've seen things that's him, isn't it?
Remember Vito dressing as a woman?
Was that him? I'm sure he did.
Santino?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Santina.
Yeah.
Santina. Yeah, he won the women's battle royal, which was an absolute bullshit joke.
Oh, I loved his music. Now I could listen to opera all night, so I didn't
Yeah,
really
you
turn
love
that
opera.
off then. So
You-
it was
you
great
love
for me
opera, yeah.
personally because I could listen to that all
To
night.
be fair,
And it's Italian and it's
it's
passionate.
I very happily put it in great because
Yeah.
it's a genuinely great
Yeah.
theme. Hey, looking back, because I haven't heard that theme in God knows how long. Looking back, it's actually quite a banger.
Yeah.
So I won't. It's not iconic,
Oh no,
but I will put it in
I just
great.
like it, but
I very
just
happily put it
solid.
in great.
I didn't want to stop listening to.
He's looking very sad right now, Batista.
I think we're gonna have to move him.
Jesus, Dave. Dave, I'm sorry, man. But the hell. You say moving up.
Yeah,
Moving on up.
I do a bit. And people move up too. Yeah, sorry. I do.
There
like
we go,
David
Dave.
Batista.
There we go, Dave.
Who's that other one? Indecent.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Oh,
No
it's
more
Dave
words.
there. That.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
alright. It's
Well, I
alright.
said
It's
see how
never
it
really.
goes.
I loved it as a child, but looking back now, it's just it takes ages to build, and then he's out,
My
and then I don't
popularity's
know.
just gone up a bit because of that, moving them back up. I just said like see how it goes with them, but yeah, I can't leave them down there when there's so other people up there.
Hmm.
I can put Miz up there. I'm sure I can put Dave up
Yeah,
there.
they're both great. They're just different. MVP's team. I'm coming.
Yes,
I'm coming. Uh,
I was thinking about
solid
that for a minute
theme.
then. Yeah.
Solid theme. It's better than the one he's got now. Um, with the ring entrance.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
gold, like
it's like
it
silvery
was like a
thing.
bouncy castle with the thing through it, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And
yeah.
you pull through it like that.
And
And it's
MVP and
oh
stars and
so
everything.
good. So good. I remember having that feud with Matt Hardy and they were competing, they did lots of different things like push ups and things like that. And they got right up to the number of push ups and MVP would just push his arm like that. And it was so stupid but so
Yeah,
good.
fucking
Oh,
hell.
it was great. Little
Yeah, I like
stupid things like
MVP.
that. I'm tempted to just go back and just watch the stupid things he did because it worked. Because they're both so charismatic. They made it anything they were given. They made it work.
Mm.
That feud, I was looking at like I was like MVP. Like I hate him. I hate MVP. You know. And you look back when you're
Mm.
older and think he's actually
And he's still doing it now. It's not the
MVP's one of the
same,
best on
but
the mic. One of the best on the mic by far. He's like MVP in my mind is like Samoa Joe on the microphone.
oh,
Samoa Joe can sell you. He can sell you ice in the Antarctica. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Because it's just he's that promo with Joe when he says to Jeff Hardy that pretend this is an AA meeting and sit down while I'm talking with the group,
Yeah.
and you see Randy Orton's reaction to that.
It's just doubled over, didn't
Yeah,
it?
Randy. The amount of times Randy has done just that with things that have been said in promos, Randy
Yeah.
just can't seem to keep a straight face, and I love it. But MVP's very much of the same ilk of he can sell you anything.
Yeah.
No matter what, he can sell you anything. I can understand completely why they've put him with Omos. Put the person who can talk, and I mean talk beautifully, with the man who isn't necessarily the best, might not be greatest on the mic. He's African, so it's not English isn't his first language, and I see potential in Omos, and I don't want him to be another great Carly. I want him to succeed.
Mm.
I do. I want Omos to succeed. But wrestlers who are usually that size doesn't usually work out. Didn't work out with the great Carly. It didn't work out with Giant Gonzalez. I don't want to put him in that ilk yet. I
Yeah.
really don't. I think that's just I don't think that's right, personally. But MVP is on the mic. He's believable with everything he says,
Yeah.
no matter what. No matter what, you believe everything he says. He's so
He
good.
looks brilliant as well.
He
He's always
does.
smart. I loved him in his game when he was wrestling. He comes out now. He's so smart.
Mm-hmm.
He looks brilliant. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Where would you put his theme?
Probably decent.
I'd say decent.
Yeah.
After everything we just said
I'm
about
sure
him.
he's fantastic, but his
His
themes-
theme, I loved his theme. I still do. But you look at who we've put in great, and I don't think it compares.
Yeah.
Personally. Well,
This is Big Show.
well,
That's got to be an
It's the
absolute
Big Show.
tosh. Or the
you really don't like it there.
I love him, but I don't like that song.
Well, it's the Big Show, ain't
Don't-
it? You know who else doesn't like it?
Who?
The Big Show.
Big Show.
He wanted something bluesy, but nothing like that. And he gave them some examples, and they came up with that, and it was like, shit,
No.
what the fuck have I done? What's this? He didn't like it. Because I don't have the heart to put him down in absolute trash. I have to put him up there.
That's right.
I don't have the heart because Big Show's a hero. I can't do it.
No,
He's
that's
a
fine.
hero. I
Yeah.
love the Big Show so much, but his music has always been bollocks. Personally, they could have changed it to something else, but they just updated. They updated it rather than changed it.
Yeah.
I don't.
The same person who wrote his music was the same person that designed some of those belts that we did last week. I said, "Oh, I'll just write this song for Paul White while I'm designing these belts." You know
What belts was that?
what we were talking about?
Oh yeah.
So I'll just design this shitty belt and I'll just write this crappy song. For
Way back when, actually, I wouldn't really say that way back when because that was Jim Johnston, I think.
All right, you did most of them.
Most of them, great. Well, one of, if not the greatest composer. He is the. What am I on about? The greatest composer for WWE.
Who did the most? I was looking through
Yeah,
something
he's-
tonight. Was doing.
He's the
Taylor
greatest composer
Swift.
for WWE. And he just got. Yeah, bye, done. It's just
Is that the one you
sucks.
just got rid of?
Not just, but I got a good few years ago,
Alright.
pre-pandemic, I believe. Might be wrong,
Huh?
but a good few years ago, and they just got rid of
Because
him.
his name's on everything.
Amazing composer, amazing guy.
Apart from that song.
So hit or miss. Most of these would have been him.
Alright.
So yeah, there's a lot of hits, and one of them is Randall Keith Autumn. What do you reckon to his current music? I hear voices in my head. They
Decent,
counsel me. They understand.
but-
They talk to me.
I just think
I
and see
don't
that
know.
for the rest of the music doesn't go.
It's slow.
It is very
It's
slow.
methodical,
But he's slow
which
and
is
methodical.
Randy Orton
Yeah,
to
but
in
you
a
see,
nutshell. So it works.
Yeah, I just don't.
But
I put decent much more than that really.
Catherine loves it. Catherine's a big fan of it. Good friend of ours. She's a big fan. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think there's much better. I don't think it's as good as the music we put in Great. I think it's decent at at minimum
decent.
decent.
Oh, he's brilliant, Randy. He's amazing. But I don't like that song.
Randy
never liked
Orton
it.
is one of those wrestlers who can make anything look absolutely beautifully seamless, no matter what. Like, even when it comes to him, you know when he does that thing where one hand is on the ground and his one knee's on the ground, it's like slithers
Oh,
behind them. And even the slightest little thing, the amount of people who have complimented him over the years,
yeah.
it's stunning. It really is. He's one of the all-time greats, and if this is the way he bows out with an injured back, then it's an absolute damn shame because he's only in his 30s. He's got like another a wrestler like almost like another decade. You know what I mean?
Shame.
And
Yeah,
everything.
but what did you worry coming back?
It could a lot of confidence. It could hit your confidence. Someone like him, I can't see it because of how much of a veteran he is, how good he is, but lack of confidence can hit the best. But yeah, it's a shame because Randy Orton is one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. He's so seamless with everything. Everything he is seamless. The RKO's, the one against Evan Bourne, one against Seth Rollins at Mania, when he tried to do the boot, he did a few amazing ones on Christian when they feuded. He's awesome. Really
I
much
love
more I can say.
everything with Matt Riddle as well.
Oh, that was
That
so
was
good.
just because he just elevated Matt.
And that that skit, it was completely outside of WWE. That skit Riddle did with Ciampa, it was completely outside of it. It was just a skit where Tommaso Ciampa's putting wanted posters up for Johnny Gargano, and Riddle's like, "Oh, you looking for your bro too? I'm looking for Randy, Johnny, Randy, Johnny." Randy.
They're still there now. That was about a month ago. They're still there now. They're still doing that.
Randy. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So goofy but brilliant. And it's weird to see Champa doing something like that because he's such a serious character.
Yeah.
You always see him
He
with
can be
that.
very comedic when he wants to be, but like
Oh,
you just don't see. For the longest time, you didn't see it because of just his gimmick. When he had Goldie, he was desperate to keep hold of
yeah,
Goldie, so he'd do whatever it takes. It was so good to
yeah,
watch, very compelling. And it led to the multiple feuds he had with Johnny Gargano,
yeah.
which were chef's kiss.
They were iconic.
Yeah, they were. They were iconic. Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker?
It's pretty decent, catchy.
It's catchy,
So,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I like it. It fits in beautifully.
Yeah.
It fits into a T. And it's got the opening sting. Can you dig
Yeah,
it, sucker? As I say, the opening sting work. It's so integral. It's so important.
Yeah, it is.
With Punk, you got the static. We'll get to that. But Punk, Booker T, sorry, his theme was great. 5-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, 1-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Wow.
So that'd be 6, but doesn't quite work as well.
No.
Would you say great?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a confident great as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what time it is?
CM Punk that.
It's clobbering time.
Clobbering time, that's what.
CM Punk. CM Bloody Punk, who can't seem to stay out of the headlines nowadays. Cult of Personality, don't care what anyone says, is one of the greatest songs of all time. What an absolute beauty.
Is it brilliant? That's got to be up there and iconic.
100%. 100%. It's so good. Even This Fire Burns by Killswitch Engage was an absolute beauty. But the theme is iconic because it came with the theme it helped propel him into the stratosphere of that 2011, I believe it was, I don't know, I believe it was 2011, that pipe bomb.
Yeah.
The Cult of Personality theme and Punk, like, they pay good money to get that.
Yeah.
They pay good money to get that. It was beautiful. Peanut butter and jelly. It worked beautifully.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfectly. It was, yeah. Cult of Personality. It's one of my favorite guitar solos of all time. Easy.
Yeah, brilliant. Who's this now?
Chris Jericho, Y2J. Break the walls down. What do you reckon?
I love Jericho.
Yeah.
I put it as great.
Yeah. Simple.
There's better, but definitely not decent.
No.
Don't know if it's iconic, but it's definitely great.
He's iconic. Definitely. 100%.
Love Chris Jericho.
Welcome to Raw is Jericho.
He's done so many things with this character, hasn't he?
He's a master of redeveloping himself.
Yeah. Brilliant on the mic.
He's another one who can tell a story.
Yeah. We'll listen to loads of things with him as well.
Yeah.
So we've watched a lot of him and we've watched a lot of Mick Foley lately.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Quite a few Steve Austin.
Surprised it's not on here. Surprised it's not on here. But Jericho's one of those when he's cutting a promo or telling a story or anything, he walks back and forth.
Yeah.
Like that. He always does. Since he first started, he's always walked back and forth like that. And that can be a sign of nervous energy, so you need to kind of, if you're not going to stop doing that, you need to work with it. You need to work with it, and you need to make it.
You sound like Chris Brooker.
It's what I've learned. It's what I've learned.
Yeah,
it's what I've learned because
Brooker.
I know firsthand from being a lot of nervous energy like that. Difference is he's been going for multiple decades and is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
But I think it
I'm not a
works.
wrestler.
It works with him, though.
It works with him.
Yeah.
It works with him because the way he walks, it looks like it looks like you can see the cogs
He's
ticking,
walking along as
and it
if he's
works
working,
brilliantly.
thinking as he's going along.
The way he cuts his promo works with the way he walks back
Yeah.
and forth, and it works perfectly. It is genuinely he's an amazing promo.
Yeah.
The what everything he did with Steph.
Yeah.
How the hell? I tell you what, fair play to Steph. Some of the shit they had thrown at her.
Yeah. Daddy said so.
Even a Boeing 747 looks small when flying into the Grand Canyon. That wasn't Jericho, that was Triple H.
Oh.
Oh no, I think Jericho. I think I gotta get that vile, smiling, stinky monster. And I'll get to you soon. I'll get to you soon, Rhino. I think that was Jericho. So she's basically just, I mean, her Lita was another one. They basically had slot thrown at them. The Rock, Jericho, like fair play to Steph. She has for a lot of shit in that time. She seemed absolutely fine with it. Fair play to her. Jesus. She's not on here, but I gotta say I love her theme.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Queendom. I honorable mention, love it. For me, it goes an iconic for me. I love that theme. But yeah, Jericho, he's just awesome. He is, and there's countless matches from WWE to New Japan to AEW, where you can just watch and go, yeah, he's one of the greatest of all time.
Festival of Friendship.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That was amazing.
It was just
Kevin
tears
Owens,
were
man.
absolutely. He's up next as
I
well.
know, exactly. I can see that's where I saw it. What,
was it Festival of Friendship? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I'm doubting myself. It was tears. That's one of the best segments of Raw history. That.
I felt so sorry for Chris.
I just love it. He goes, "Why is my name on this?" Oh my god!
Such a
it was. You looked at it and went, "A heel. It's just turned heel."
Yeah.
But it was. Apparently, the story, like Jericho tells a story that Triple H was against it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he said he's gonna bomb. I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh.
So he argued against it. He had this big argument, and Jericho was 100% massively for it.
Yeah. Well, go for it.
Go
Let's see
for
what
it.
happens.
And then afterwards, Triple H was like, okay, yeah, that was amazing. It's incredible. It worked so well, and Jericho and Kevin Owens had this untapped chemistry.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Kevin Owens is such a lovely person. He looks like he'd get on with anybody.
Yeah. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn both look wonderful.
And they're both
people.
Canadian.
Yeah. So Jericho.
That's all I meant.
I thought you meant him and Sami.
All three of them, yeah. No.
I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot. Yeah, Kevin Owens.
Iconic.
You put that in iconic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely.
Love it. I love it.
He's another one. I can't think of words to describe him because he's just something else. He really is.
Perfection.
For the size of him, because he is a big fella.
He's lost a lot of weight.
He has lost weight, but
he's lost weight.
Bloody nimble.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Watching him, some of the moves he does in the deck.
Why does he take that stir bump? Where they?
Oh, he does.
It's a normal back in the ring. That's a normal back bump, but on the stairs, it goes like that. That is horrendous. That can't do wonders for his back.
Nobody does it every time. It's like
every time it's against Roman Reigns, it's like okay, bang. Oh god, that's gotta hurt like a bitch.
He's given so much to the company and all of this. Oh, he's brilliant.
I know he's the
Really.
current WWE. I know he's the current tag champions with Sami Zayn,
Yeah.
but he's someone in the future who needs another run at the top.
Another push.
I know he had a Universal title reign, which the Festival of Friendship should have ended in all of that. But yeah, Goldberg, yay. But yeah. Uh, God, it was so good though. He's Kevin Owens. He's just something else. If you get a chance, if you missed it, if you missed this particular segment, if you get a chance after this, YouTube Kevin Owens with Elias. YouTube that segment with Kevin Owens and Elias and watch them sit there for about a solid 5 minutes after they just made, I think it was a Seattle crowd, absolutely just boo them out the building. And watch Kevin Owens' face because he just doesn't care. So, it's beauty because they've got beautiful
Yeah.
chemistry as well.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens can yeah. There you go. A bog brush, 5 star. He's that good, Kevin Owens. He's that good, and I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. I tell you, that's the thing. I don't
I
think we've
know.
seen the best of
I
him.
know.
He's that good. So yeah, the music fits perfectly. As I said, it has a great opening sting and that, and it just propagates you going. It's that kind of I love the theme, even when I hear it on WWE 2K.
Yeah.
Like when I'm just sat doing my thing, it's just it just makes me want to bounce around like that. It's so good. I love it. His team's brilliant. And next up, Brock Let's just put you straight up there.
He's another one.
Yeah.
And one time I used to think, oh no, only for the fact that he was coming in and you knew he was just going to batter everybody and win everything.
Pretty much. But then he got a tractor.
And then, yeah, and then started
Smiling.
and you saw a bit of his personality come out. And I think he's brilliant. And I love him much more now than I used to.
No. Come here. Let's just cut all this. Come here. Let's talk about your kids. I don't give a shit about your kids.
Oh, so
God.
There's so many things. Just by chance, these things
Heath
come up again.
Slater was so funny.
Oh, he was brilliant. It was comical. They've got 46
I
kids, you know.
I think it was like 2016 or something like that. Him and Rhino. Oh my God.
That was good.
Oh, that
So
was
funny.
perfection.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
They were so
You
well.
kept getting more and more
partnered
kids
together.
every week.
I know.
I got kids, man.
And he did actually bring, I think he's got 2. He brought his 2 children to a show, didn't he? With his
Only
wife.
2 of them.
He's got 2. I feel this couldn't afford to be more. Couldn't afford the left the rest of it all with the nanny. Oh yeah, I think he's
They
got,
did the carpool.
I think he's actually got 2 or something, but he was. Don't bet they wonder what the hell's he on about with kids.
I honestly think Heath Slater, hot take maybe, but I honestly think he could have had a couple of mid-card reigns, you know.
Yeah.
I think Heath Slater was someone who he would have given anything
Yeah, he was
for it,
reliable.
and I think he was underutilized.
Yeah, great.
Because
Same as
he
Rhino.
got jacked as well. Rhino was a little older,
But they worked together.
but they were brilliant together, yeah. And they were, fair play to them, they did win the tag team championships,
They did.
and I think they could have had them longer than they did, to be fair. But yeah,
He's still wrestling now, though, Rhino, isn't he?
yeah.
He's in AEW. Or is it Impact?
Impact, I believe it's Impact. But he's great. Teddy Long.
We're dancing to this. We're not going to do that on camera.
Mac Militant. I think we put this with Hogan and Show. What do you reckon?
Yeah, because he's man. He's alright, but
Do you not know much of Teddy?
not a fantastic amount.
I loved him when I was a kid. You're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker, player. It's basically his punishment for fucking everybody. to the point where it's a question in trivia like who was the man who would set you up one on one with the Undertaker. So there you go. It's a wrestling meme because it was just a thing at that point where it's like, oh, you want someone to feud with the Undertaker, Teddy? You announce it. Nice one. There you go. It was great though. I loved Teddy Long. He was great. He was just funny and charismatic, and it was the era where I was growing up watching wrestling,
Yeah.
so I really enjoyed watching it. It was very funny. So yeah, his theme fits him perfectly. I just think it isn't necessarily a good theme.
Yeah.
Next up, Kurt Angle, and I mean,
Tosh.
it does. He does suck. So he does suck. But you feel. Come on, he's one of for the
It's another one. We all sing it.
for like the 'cause I think he was in WWE 6, 7 years. I think, which if you think for a lot of wrestlers, that's not a massive amount of time. He spent more time in Impact or TNA than he did.
For the time he was
in
there, he
WWE.
definitely made an impact.
Oh my lord, he's one of the greats.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be there for 7 years and still be in the conversation as one of the greatest of all time.
Definitely.
There you go. He hates milk.
I know, especially sour milk. Doesn't go down very well.
Every time he used to do the milk thing because Steve Austin did the beer thing. Every time he did the milk thing, he'd make sure it just went
Spilled down,
down his sides and barely any went down. He says he absolutely hates milk with passion, and I don't like milk to be fair, but when it goes sour, oh my god, yeah. That's a grim one. I YouTube that story he does as well, where he drinks sour milk, with The Rock, because The Rock did it. He goes like that, realizes, throws it, and walks away. Kurt he doesn't have the leisure of doing that because it's his celebration, so he has to just keep going. Mr. Kennedy. What do you reckon?
Great.
Kennedy. Purely for the intro, because as I said, opening things with wrestling themes, they have to be important.
I remember you and Joseph used to play downstairs. I could hear you. You were always shouting that.
So he'd get into the ring and he'd go like that, and a mic would come down from the sky, and it wasn't like a normal microphone. It was like one of those silver ones with the things like that, and you grab it like that and cut his promo. And I've never seen anything like it since. It is it's impeccable.
He was the only one that could do it properly.
It was impeccable.
You can see it, can't you?
Yeah, it's genuinely, it is 100% great. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's so good. His gimmick was phenomenal. Just a shame he injured Orton. Well, I don't want to say it, not about injured him, but hurt him a little bit. Botched the back suplex, and Orton back then had intermittent explosive disorder and went batshit, basically. So yeah, I got him in the hot water, and then the quote unquote injury, depending on who you believe, with the briefcase and all that, it just didn't go well for him because he had the potential to be a world champion now. So then he went to Impact as Mr. Anderson, because you can't go Mr. Kennedy, but Mr. Anderson is, not as good as Mr. Kennedy.
Doesn't have the same ring, Mr. Anderson.
Doesn't.
No.
Eddie Guerrero. Larry, cheat, steal. Reach up, chop. Reach up, chop. What can we say? That hasn't already been said about Eddie Guerrero.
You loved him and all, didn't you?
You can go back and just watch him smile.
And
you fall in love.
Yeah, I didn't care whether the face, a heel, or a tweener or whatever. I wish I'd said this to you before, haven't I? I wish that I'd have been more into the wrestling to watch him, and I've watched matches back.
He was
Just one of
his
a
match
kind.
in, I believe it was 97. I might be wrong. 97 Halloween Havoc against Rey Mysterio
You're
for
only
the
two then.
cruiserweight title. Yeah, and Ray was in his it's all one thing, just one piece suit. It was purple.
Mm.
That match is one of the greatest of all time.
We
It
watched
is.
that the other night,
Oh
didn't
my!
we?
For the umpteenth time,
Yeah.
I can stick that on and just sit and watch the front flip. Hurricane Rana is just absolutely stupidly incredible. For that time, that was revolutionary. Absolutely revolutionary. Just so stupid how good it was. It's
No,
ridiculous.
says there's two wrestlers. If we will go back and watch him
Him and Owen Hart.
in and out, yeah, I'll be able
Yeah.
to watch them. Properly.
Yeah, Owen Hart had that smile as well. Owen Hart had that
Something about
charisma.
him, yeah.
You didn't need to really see much of Owen Hart to know how good he was.
Mm.
With Eddie, if you want to watch a passionate, impassioned promo that would make you cry, watch his promo with Brock Lesnar before the undisputed world title match. Oh my lord,
Yeah.
it goes on for a bit, but
It went for
you get
ages,
lost
didn't
within it.
Mm.
He drags you with him.
We watched that the other week as well, didn't we?
Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. It is beautiful.
Yeah, you're there. You can feel it, can't you?
He just
Yeah.
had it. Whatever it is, he had it. He went from passionate to awful as a heel, dreadful, terrible human being as a heel, to cheeky as a face, giving Big Show burritos that were extra spicy. And he ends up kicking the door down to the toilets, and you hear things.
Oh, right.
And he can't leave the toilets. He's giving him extra spicy burritos.
Poor Big Show.
Yeah, he's been through the ringer.
Yeah. Nice one.
Next up is Roman Reigns, and we're not gonna go with his old durnin. Not that theme. We're gonna go with his current theme.
Straight to the
Straight to top.
Straight to the top.
Straight to the top. Don't care
Absolutely.
what anyone says. I don't care, because this is the way I look at this is the way I look at the Ric Flair one. It is regal. It is grandeur. You hear this theme, you think champion.
I didn't like it at first today.
No, you don't. I loved it straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Grown on me.
You hear this theme, you think champion.
Yeah, I think it's grown with as the
As the
story's
theme's
gone
got- yeah.
on, and you're thinking, oh my god, yeah, this is just something else.
It's ridiculous.
Chef's kiss, definitely.
The storyline has been beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And when he says he's on God mode, he's on God mode. He is.
Yeah.
Truly. And the theme just elevates all of that.
Been amazing.
Truly. Absolutely, truly. It's like, I think some people who don't like Roman Reigns might not like this, but that it's our tier list,
I
so
don't care.
yeah. Next up, the Usos.
Oh.
Difficult one, but I'm gonna go great.
Yeah.
It's not as iconic.
No, not.
It's a high grade though.
Yeah, it's coming out with Roman to that.
Oh.
That's what
the
knocks that
Usos.
down one. Oh, Usos are just fantastic.
In my
Shows you how
ever
they've
so
moved.
personal opinion, I anger a few people, but then again,
It's an opinion. It's an opinion.
greatest tag team of all time.
Come on. I'm not going to argue with that. I think they've done so much from when we first started watching them and seeing them now and everything they've done with Roman, and then breaking off and seeing what Solo's going to bring into the thing, into the story.
Solo, I don't like his theme. I don't like Solo's theme. It would be either Blair or Tosh for me. But Solo as a character, when you don't need to say anything, to get a point across,
So is eyes.
you've got
The
something.
eyes say it all. He doesn't need to say anything.
You've got something, haven't you? And I'm very excited for Solo's future. I'm very excited for Solo Sikoa's future. I think he's got something there.
Does they keep it in the family? They're all there, aren't they? I think they've got another one, haven't they? Another brother, younger one.
Yeah, he's winning. Yep.
Yeah.
The Rock's daughter as well.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. That lineage, she's just got to keep going.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Long live.
Can't wait. Next up is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Somebody go and get the rest kick.
You can't.
Somebody
like that,
go
can
and
you?
get the wig split. Get him up, break his neck, break him up. Sorry.
What were you
It's
doing that
great.
before? That's to do it.
Oh yeah, I was down. Oh yeah, you don't. I'm not gonna save that.
It's definitely up.
The Patreon
least-
special.
At least.
No.
At least great.
It's great. It is. It's great. Not quite up there with Iconic,
No.
but it might be a bit contentious with
Definitely.
Roman being up there. But Roman is just put him up from there to all the way up to the top. That thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
But I've always loved Mark Henry's theme so much. It's so fun. It's so good. Fits him to an absolute dime, and it's just beautiful. It's so good. And it was that run that they had with the title as well was. It had a bit, bit of a dip, things like that. But too many matches of the Big Show, two big guys, bit slow, things like that. But he was great.
That's the only thing you get. You put him in, you think, oh, stick in with him. And a lot of, we've discussed this, like Chad Gable and your smaller wrestlers that make that sort of match work.
David and Goliath, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But you just think,
AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar.
Well, exactly, not quite the same, but
Brian Danielson and Brock Lesnar.
yeah.
Anybody
with Brock Lesnar.
Anyone with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. But you just always think the automatic thing, oh, stick them in them.
Well, people like hoss fights.
Yeah.
That is a mega hoss fight. But I think it was too big. You need like a hoss like Gunther or Brock Lesnar. Because Brock Lesnar's a weird hoss because he's athletic as fuck. He's a freak. But I'd still put him on.
His legs.
He's got very small legs. Like John
Very
Cena.
small legs.
They've both got
Yeah.
very small legs.
When you think of the side, because they concentrate on the upper body, don't they? They're like little legs. They like, wouldn't like to kick me.
I know, yeah. Don't say it to his face.
No wonder.
The UFC champion and everything. Don't say that to his face.
No. Just a quick comment. Nobody will.
Kick you to his legs and take him
Nobody
with
will
him.
see this, so we don't need to worry about it. They won't go any further than us.
Nobody will see it. Wow. It's an indictment on my videos, isn't it?
I'm joking.
Wow.
You did all right on the last one.
Right. Great card there, I guess. Average at best. It's not even decent.
No, go with blue.
Tosh. I'd go Tosh,
I'll go
man.
with Tosh, actually. Yeah, let's put one in Tosh.
I'd go Tosh. I
That's
think it's crap. Great Khali was crap.
Alright.
Let's move on. Seth Rollins. His current theme.
Oh, straight up there. It's up. He's got the same. Oh my god, it's just frightening, isn't it?
If
Him and Roman.
Let's put it this
up.
way. You've got. Let's put it this way. It's an iconic theme if you can stand in the middle of that ring, put your arms out like that for 5 minutes,
I'm not saying a
and
word.
you don't. The crowd is electric from start to finish. You don't even stop. Even when he puts his hands down, they still keep going. That's when you know. Simple.
And then he starts fighting and it carries on. It just carries him through the match.
Especially when you're in the UK, because we've got the best crowd. And Puerto Rico, they've got an amazing crowd as well.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Phenomenal crowd.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's just so good to see Roman and him up there doing that.
and John Moxley's
John
doing amazing in AEW. Really good to see.
I'm really made up.
Really good to see. Next up.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
go
I
on.
was just going to say, I wonder, I said to you the other night, didn't I? I wonder if John would have been watching everything that was happening with the bloodline.
I'm not certain, to be honest.
Or
Don't know what he does in his free time.
if they cut ties or whether it's just interesting.
I don't think they've cut ties.
If they see each other anymore.
I don't
nice to
think
hear
they've
they're
cut
also
ties.
friends.
I won't say they've cut ties. I think they'll still be. I think they'll be good. They'll be sandwiched. Anything that is said, I think will be kayfabe at best. I think everything they'll be.
It'd be nice to know that they.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
such
don't think they've got
chemistry.
any reason to.
No, it's just he's very quiet, isn't he? He keeps himself to himself.
Mox is very quiet in public eye, in social media or anything. Very quiet person.
Still love him. Who's next?
Next up is notable prick Alberto Del Rio. Never really liked his music. He's a cock end.
Put him in absolute tosh.
Yeah. You can fuck off. Bye. Next up, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh,
At least great. It's at least great.
At least great.
It's so good.
I was just sitting here watching Vision and
Yeah.
Pat McAfee up on the table, the announce table. dancing. He
Michael
does
called that
absolutely-
thing. Corey Graves just like that
What you're
face.
doing there.
Get down, you animal. Get Corey's great, but it's great. It's so good. Yeah.
And
it's-
even it when they played the violent version, bringing him down and
Yeah.
played it. Oh,
his
it's
heel,
just such-
the heel one was great because they didn't do they changed it so the
Yeah.
crowd couldn't
yeah. They couldn't
sing it.
sing to- couldn't
They
sing to it.
had someone rap over it. That's
Yeah,
it.
that
They had
was
someone rap over it, which everyone hated it, but that's by design.
Yeah.
It's by design.
Yeah.
But his normal face theme is stunning. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Brilliant.
And now he's feuding with Seth Rollins, and he's saying Seth Rollins has got a bad back, so that should be very
Interesting,
interesting.
yeah.
Very interesting indeed,
So he gets
definitely.
all of it.
Yeah, it should be a very good match. That Shinsuke Seth Rollins were right now. I'm very, very excited
I'm
for
glad because I love Shinsuke. I just think he's had a rough time of it. Well, we're
Yeah.
drawing on great and iconic here.
Yeah, we are. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Well, we were talking earlier with Luke, and I said to you, don't know it won't be many under decent.
And we're right.
5 out of how many?
I'm not counting.
No. 5 who's this one.
I'm
the best
really
for last.
happy that we've saved this one to the last. It's the Wyatt family, and I don't care what anyone says. Straight. Just
to number 1.
straight there.
Any particular reasons?
I actually wasn't planning on airing my my thoughts on my podcast about this, to be perfectly honest. We've lost an icon, a visionary, a genius, and as we've seen by Seth, Ray, Becky, and many more, that we've lost a wonderful human being, and one of my all-time inspirations. I don't remember crying as much as I did when I found out. I haven't cried that much in I don't even know. His reiteration was just a hit. The Fiend was phenomenal. The Firefly Funhouse, the Firefly Funhouse match with John Cena, his Royal Rumble match with Daniel Bryan. He was a genius. Anyone who knows me knows I love the dark and macabre. I love the gimmick wrestling. I love all of that. The Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, Kane. I think Bray had the potential. If he beat Undertaker, he had the potential to be that guy again. But 36 is no age to fucking die. 36 is, especially when he was 2 weeks prior, he was cleared.
It set him out because it just getting so much inspiration from Bray. It was bad enough when Brody died. It was hard, but they were stuck for words at the moment. It's been such a tragic time.
I don't know if you can see. It's delivered today. All I can say is rest easy. Because always been one of the greats, and he would forever be one of my favorite, biggest inspirations of all time. So, um, yeah, um, sorry, thank you. See you next time.